Fear. It's a word that can send shivers down anyone's spine. But for those who understand its power, fear is not something to run from. No, fear is a weapon. A force that can be wielded, controlled, and turned into something far greater. Where you want respect? You want power? Then learn this fear is your ally, not your enemy. Master it and you'll command more than respect, you'll command control. When people feel fear, they obey. They hesitate. They second-guess themselves. It's a primal instinct that's been embedded in every living being since the dawn of time. Fear makes the strongest men tremble, the most cunning minds second-guess. That's the kind of power you're looking at. Not the power that asks politely, but the power that commands. The power that demands respect. But remember, fear isn't chaos. It isn't blind terror. It's precise, calculated. When you harness it, you're not just intimidating, you're making an impression that lasts. You're showing the world that you're not someone who can be trifled with, not someone who will ever back down or show weakness. They'll see it in your eyes, hear it in your words, feel it in the air when you walk into the room. And that's exactly what you want. Look at any force in history that's truly dominated. What did they use? What did they rely on? Fear. Not for destruction, but for control. To instill order. To ensure that no one ever thought of defying them. That's what fear does. It brings submission, it brings respect. And respect. That's the root of power. Commanding respect isn't about being liked. Nah, it's about being undeniable. When people look at you, they should feel that edge of intimidation, that tension. They should know that you're not one to be crossed, not one to be taken lightly. Every look, every word, every move you make, let it carry the weight of fear. Let it carry power. Because when you've harnessed fear, you're no longer just a presence in a room. You become the room. You become the force that everyone else must reckon with. Now, people will tell you to be approachable, to be friendly, to win people over with kindness. That's fine for some. But power, real power, has never been about kindness. It's been about strength, about control. The kind that leaves no room for hesitation. No space for anyone to question your authority. When you wield fear, you create an aura that is untouchable. Respect flows to you, not out of affection, but out of a primal understanding you are not to be underestimated. Not to be crossed. Fear is an art. It's a skill. To master it, you have to understand it deeply, know what it does to people. How it makes them tick, how it pushes them to obey, to submit. Fear is like a shadow, it can fill a space without a sound, creeping into the minds of those who stand in your presence. They feel it before you even say a word. That's the power you want. To command without lifting a finger. To control without saying a single word. Imagine stepping into a room and everyone around you goes silent. They feel that tension, that air that seems to hang heavy when you're near. They sense it. They respect it. Because they know that beneath the surface you're not one to be messed with. That's the power of fear. It's silent. Invisible, yet unmistakable. It's a force they can't touch, can't reason with, can't break. You become an unmovable presence. And remember, this fear is not the same as cruelty. You don't need to be cruel to instill fear. You don't need to rage, to scream, to shout. Fear is quiet. It's deliberate. It's the calm before the storm. The pause that makes others nervous. The silence that lets them know something more powerful is at play. When they fear you, they respect you. And with respect comes control. Control. That's what this is about. It's the ultimate form of power. The ability to bend situations to your will, to make others fall in line. When you have control, you have everything. And fear is the quickest path to that control. It doesn't matter how strong, how smart, or how cunning they think they are, fear levels the playing field. It makes the proud humble, the arrogant cautious, the reckless careful. But when you master fear, you become untouchable. Others will look to you, listen to you, follow you. They'll seek your approval, your guidance. They'll obey without question, because they know what lies beneath. They know that they don't just follow, they fear what would happen if they didn't. That's real respect. That's the kind of loyalty that isn't swayed by fleeting emotions or personal desires. It's loyalty that's built on something stronger, something unbreakable. Now, don't get it wrong. This path isn't for everyone. Fear isn't easy to wield. It's a weapon that must be handled with precision. If you misuse it, if you become reckless with it, you'll lose control. The fear is powerful, but only in the hands of those who understand it, those who can control themselves. So if you want to command others, start with commanding yourself. Show no weakness, no hesitation. Be the embodiment of strength, of conviction. When you look in the mirror, see not just a person, but a force. Someone who can't be broken, can't be intimidated, can't be swayed. That's who you are. A symbol of power. And when others see that in you, they won't just respect you, they'll be drawn to you, compelled to follow. Because everyone wants to be led by strength. Everyone wants to align themselves with power. Fear is not something to run from. It's a tool, a weapon, a shield. Used wisely, it can open doors, clear paths, and carve a legacy that others can only dream of. So take it. Embrace it. Let fear become part of you. Not as something that holds you back, but as something that lifts you above the rest. That sets you apart as someone who commands, someone who controls. You want respect. You want control. Then embrace the power of fear. Make it yours. Command it, and you will command the world.